Good morning all, welcome back to Ogata Koi for another one. So, I've found another place in Essex, hot on the heels of my trip to Koi. Today we're going to have a little walk around a place called Koi Logic. I'm loving these little dealers that I'm finding that I knew nothing about, hadn't heard of before. So straight into it, I'm hovering over these blue vats. There's no fish in them, but if anybody knows where to get those blue quarantine or koi tanks with the little separate bit for the filter and the bottom draining, let me know, because I've only ever seen them on eBay once. So straight into the fish house. Yeah, loads of fish here, all different sizes, all different budgets. Got to be honest, most of them well out of my price range. So this dealer is a little bit different to your normal ones. They are the UK sole importer from Ogata Koi farm. That's what most of their banners around will tell you as well when you look on their website. They are the UK sole importer of this farm. Did a little bit of research on the farm. From what I can tell, the farm itself only really breeds its own Go Sankey and Shiro Yatsuris and maybe some other ones occasionally, but they get it from other breeders, champion bloodlines, but they bring in a lot of other bloodlines and a lot of other tosa from other breeders and grow them on and provide a variety that way. But yeah, some absolutely gorgeous fish here. The other thing as well, and you'll see these ponds really caught my eye, because these are running on the Roto Innovation showers, something that has caught my eye a few times. So little spoiler here, I'm going to be doing a piece on those in the coming weeks and months hopefully, but I'll do a separate little update on what I'm doing in my own garden and the testing stuff that I want to do. But yeah, those filters are made and manufactured by Koi Logic. They are the owner of that filter system, so you can get them in two different options, and you'll see them set up a bit further into the video. But look at some of the Go Sankey here, just amazing fish, absolutely amazing. That Heat Yatsuri as well was an absolute lump. Again, as ever, I've said it before, I do suffer with that horrible disease that you go into a fish shop, you have to buy fish. I'll ask the question now, do you think I survived today, this trip, with buying any? Bearing in mind I've already told you I'm full up and I've still added more. Or do you think I managed to escape with my wallet still full up and fishless? So chuck your comments below, let me know if you think I made it or not before I actually do the reveal near the end. Yeah, some lovely fish. Like I said, these are all sort of priced anywhere from £1,000 up to £3,000, some of these. Like I said, out of my price range. I don't fit in that bracket, unfortunately. Maybe one day I will. I'll have to go, but I'm going to grow my own. So yeah, there we go. Some of the showers in here just lovely, and that tancho's lovely as well. And again, not many I'm looking at and I'm thinking I don't really like. You know, everyone has a different taste, but they're all really good fish. And the body on the kahaka at the back, look at it, it's a monster, absolute monster. I said that shower, that's a bit of me. The kajaku's lovely as well, really vibrant, really good shape on them. But again, you'd hope they were in a pond that's, you know, where the fish are sort of ranging from £1,000 up to £3,000. You wouldn't expect to see a fish that is not ticking all, if not most, of the boxes. I'm going to start at some of the tosa that they offer. Here on in is mainly tosa, so we've had a look at all the nisai and the sansai and the yonsai that they offer. I'm moving nicely into the tosa section, so this is just the first part. Once you walk through here, which is where they've got all the dry goods, or some of the dry goods and the tills, etc., you then come out to the back where all the dry goods are, away from the pipe fittings, filter systems, etc. So the filter systems, these are what I was talking about, the Roto showers. So you can get one that's got a sieve in, and then underneath you can fit 50 litres of media in. I think they use their own crystal bio media, they call it. Or you can get one without the sieve, like this one, that looks like it's filled with alpha grog to me. which gives you double the capacity. And then they've got these big sieves, these big roto showers that work slightly differently, but they're just more capacity, etc. Some other good dry goods, some fairly reasonably priced plastic bowls, the blue ones. And then here we go. So this vat is this is Tategoi Central. So I know this is used as a market employed by a lot of places. The fish in here, they are tosa. They are all individually priced. They are Ogata's Select Tategoi apparently. And they start from 350 quid. Most of them are above the £500 range. There's a Shiro Yutsuri in there that if I wanted to come home and be kicked out of my house, I would have bought. But I don't, because obviously I do like living in my home with my children. But yeah, some absolutely stunning fish. And we'll go back to that tank of Tategoi before I leave it up, and you can have a long study of the quality of some of the fish in there. And this is, again, moving down the scales in the price wise, still some absolutely stunning examples in here of different kinds of Gosanki, Shiros, Kumarinyus, you name it. This tank, they're back down to £250 each. They are buy two get one free, so it does balance the cost down a little bit on these tanks. But again, some absolutely lovely fish. Right. If money was no object and you could pick any of them to grow on, you'd probably walk out with about 30 of them. Like they are that nice. There's a nice Ginrin Chagoi in here, which is lovely. Just a real nice mix, which is nice to see as well. Some places tend to go heavier on one or two varieties and don't leave a lot of options, but a real good selection. So up to the next tub, and again, so we are sliding down the price bracket here. The fish are coming slightly smaller. There's a lovely Ginrin Benigoi in there, lovely. Yeah, it's just that I'm sitting there thinking that Ginrin Benigoi is absolutely lovely. Yeah, so again, you're going down the price range. You've got some different options in there, and again, it's just moving down that scale like that. Some lovely Kajakus floating about. They pop out as well. Couple of Ginrin Yatsuris that I saw. Don't see them very often in small sizes. Just a little out of my price range. So now we're moving into the price range that's starting to get a little bit more my brackets. These are £95 each, buy two get one free. It's their offer at the moment. Some really nice ones in here, really nice ones. But like I've said, I'm full up, but there's a few showers that are catching my eye. Yeah, nice Kahaku there as well. Some nice Ginrin going on. Too many options. Moving into the next vat, again sliding down the price scale. So these were £75 each. Again, same offer, three for two. Lovely Kajakus in here, really nice. Couple of shovers as well. So, some slightly weaker Benny Comorionyus. I mean, I'm not taking any more chances on any of them because I never seem to get them right. And then again, this tank, £65 each. It's moving slightly down the scale again. Some Kikikurus, some Kajakus, some Gashikis. Like I said, nice options across the shop. I really enjoyed looking at the options of tosa they had, depending on what price range you was willing to spend in. Nice Ginrin Benigoi in there as well. Again, same as the last tank, but down to £55. The fish are getting a little bit smaller as each tank you go down as well. Can't say there's an awful awful difference in the quality with the patterns and the colours. It's more to do with body shape and size. These seem to be coming down the grades in. These ones £45 a pop. You see that nice skin ring Tategoi there. Lovely. That's a really have a nice fish as well. Really nice fish. Spend hours watching them. And then the final tank, I think they were £35 each. Same offer again as the rest. And again, a nice spread across of different options of what you, depending on what you fancy. The Kajakus really were quite nice. That Ginrin Shiro really looks like worth a punt. I'm just not sure on its body shape. You can see the sumi sitting under its skin, which you know if you've tried Shiros before, you know you can quite stably get them up. I mean, I don't know much about Ogata's bloodline and stuff and what it's like, but they're like most other things, and that should be fine. It was just the shape I wasn't sure on. But £35, is it worth a pop? I don't know. But not buying any fish. Don't ever remember. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on that Shiro, if you would have given it a go. So that's the end of the tanks. Quick spin to show you what's in the rest of the shop. So your nets and just how the dry goods sort of lined up, loads of different stuff, some sheet materials, etc. But as promised, we're going to go back to the Tategoi to have a proper look at, and I will just be quiet and let you pick your own out. Yeah, I mean, I would have had all of them. There's not a horrible one in here. There you go. Some amazing quality in there. But to the question, did I buy any? Yes, I did. So these three I've bowled up, 2 Shiros and 1 Ginrin Tategoi out of the cheap ponds. The £35 and £45 one, the 2 for 3 offers. But yeah, got them home. Bagged them up, floated them, got them up to temperature, acclimatised them, and then I always, before I transfer them, I bowl them up myself to have a proper look at them. And I'm so glad I did on this occasion, because, and I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but on the tail of that Tategoi there was actually a lice, which is a parasite that you pick up in your ponds. They're fairly, not harmless, but innocuous, but they get quite big. They're not, not your micro parasites. They're pretty large. If anyone's ever seen them, you get them on over the fins, and obviously they can give the fish sort of blood issues, blood poisoning if they get bad infections, and just be a mild irritant. No one wants a blood sucking parasite on them, irritating them. So yeah, just it's funny. I've only set this quarantine tank up a couple of weeks ago. See, I've got the fish in there quarantining from the other places that I've bought. This is the 3rd separate dealer. Had I put this straight into my main pond, I could have had that one that was on there been egg bearing female. I would have had a lice issue. Lice are fairly easy to treat for. Not really easy to treat for if you get the right stuff. And generally aren't a massive problem, so no big deal. But yeah, very pleased that I've done that. So I literally held the fish in my hand, got the missus to get a small pair of tweezers, and she plucked it off the towel. Job done. So yep, all good. The fish themselves, what do you think? So I've gone 2 ways on the shearers. Obviously I don't have a shearer, I keep talking about them. Thought these were quite reasonably priced, and that the one that's got the heavy sumi on it, if it stays that way, it's going to be a cracking fish. It's got the checkerboard pattern. There's a lot of sumi around the head there, so I've got a feeling he will end up completely black, but we'll see. And then the other one, I think the pattern's there, maybe a little bit on the body shape, but we will see. The sumi comes up, and then there's obviously the Ginrin Tategoi. So these will go in the quarantine for a couple of weeks. Join the others, I'll restart the quarantine again because I've added more in. And then yeah, we'll move them into the big tub and start packing some size in them. Just in terms of where we're at, so I've got lots going on I'm doing a lot of work trying to get these systems set up so I can do some of the testing that we spoke about. I'm also heavily testing the ozone unit. I've got all the correct apparatus, etc. So, and I've got some really exciting news on the giveaway. So stay tuned, guys. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and I hope you've enjoyed. Cheers for watching.